Hello viewers, in this video I am going to tell you how you can code the FEM method in the MATLAB. So in the last video, implementation of find element to the boundary value problem, I have chosen this differential equation and tell you that what is the procedure for the FEM. So in this particular video I am just only tell you the coding for the find element method. So firstly I made a function file. You can see the function fem underscore code. This is the syntax. If you wish to clear all the workspace, close all the figures open, and the CLC is clearing the screen. N is equal to 5. Number of element I have chosen there is only 5. So the number of nodes is always greater than 1. It means 5 plus 1, 6 is number of node. Length of domain, you can see that is 1. HE is the step length. You can divide the length with number of elements, you will get the length of each element. So this is actually x is the data x at which the values is differ by different node length. Accuracy for the numerical you can approximation, because you are dealing with a nonlinear equation. Since this is the nonlinearity dealing, you have to start with some accuracy, that how much accurate solution you want. So I have taken this u as f, in which I have initialized it as a zeros, with the zeros. You can even take ones or sparse quant you can use for fast approximation, for the fast solution. So f1 is your initial f1 means you are dealing with u0 equal to 1. I can write ex equal to 0, because I know the solution is e raised to power x, in order to make you understand whether the code is giving the correct solution or not. And this is for the last node, you get exp equal to 1. The next thing is that direct iterative process. I am using here the direct iterative. You can even use the another iterative process. There is several iterative available in the numerical methods. This is actually, I have make a function, while function, in which this assembly is called again and again in order to converge the accuracy greater than this. If the difference between is greater than this, then it will continue, otherwise it will break. So I'll make this much close the solution. So it means it is approximately 4 decimal accuracy, and this function will handle the nonlinear part. So finally I get this display hence solution. It means that I am getting the solution here. Next, you can even calculate the secondary variable. It means that u is your primary variable. You can calculate derivative of u and other things in between the code. So I have using the difference function, because ex is a solution, f is the exact solution. So difference of is basically your error. So this is actually the error has plotted. This is your exact solution, and this is your calculated solution by fem, and x is your step size, the nodes where you get the solution. So number of iteration it will you tell you, and finally the time is provided by you by this tick-tock command. And this is the plot, and this is the title, x label, y label, and this is your plot of f. And line width 2 means you are taking a 2 thick line for this plot. So this is all about the initialization. Firstly, I can initialize this all thing. We know the output is there and say this, but next thing that I have to generate the element equation. As the step says, the FEM says that you have to generate the element equation. So for the element equation and the assembly of this all the elements, I make a different function file in which I have written assembly. The variable is f and h, which is taken from the input. N or h is that is taken from the input. Even I can given only n here, because he can be derived from n. So this is the total assembly matrix, which is equal to the zeros. Nn cross nn means number of nodes. The main matrix is nn cross number. I have written everything here, initialization of main matrix. In the right, the comment is given is right hand side. With right hand side there is a matrix, because if it never be a 0, because some otherwise they will give you a triple solution 0 0 0. So I use a symbolic toolbox. In the symbolic toolbox you can use directly sims x, and s is your shape function. Here x minus xc upon you can see that xc plus 1 minus xc is psi is the shape function. I have chosen this is, and the locally I have written in terms of 0 to he. So this is the shape function here, and derivative of shape function is given by this. This is actually written in form of vector. So this is the connectivity, since this wire, this string, this domain is connected, one is connected to another, is 2 is connected to the one of first. So you can see that it is linearly connected. So I can write this connectivity matrix. In 2D or 3D models, you have to write in such a way that it will give you the correct connectivity matrix. So this is all about the connectivity matrix. This is the same thing which I have written here and here. This is the same thing. So for the finding of the generation of element matrix, this is the K11. This actually it produces the all 4 matrix. It is dealing with, because I am using this. This code means that this is transpose multiply this. It will give you 2 cross 2 matrix, and similarly this is all. So this F, this is for the, you can see that given here is non-linear, so I have keep it fixed here, and for the initially I have using the zeros command here. So F1 is for the right hand side matrix. You can see the exponential 2x is given. This is this, in x is replaced by xc plus I minus 1 he, because in each step I want the value of x, which can be taken easily by this x plus I1 this, because if starting x is 0, it will give you, for particular I is equal to 1, it will give you 0. Then for x fixed, if I changes, then it will he is adding 1 by 1 and to reach the end point. So this is basically generation of only a single element. This is based on the problem. Once you integrate it, you get this type of function and you can easily write it. I am referring this to my earlier video on the FEM. So what is assembly? Assembly is that you are go on substituting all these value one by one on the prescribed position. So this will help you. This klm is a command. This will give you that how you can this firstly its the position is 1 1. It means that they will choose the position first in the node of 1 1 and 1 2 2 1 2 2. So this is the first position, and similarly for the next it will give you 2 2 2 3. So 1 to 1 this is give you, once you start with substituting the value of ki, because the value is same everywhere depending upon I. So I is the loop is here. For I1 it will give you first and it will put in k. When I changes, the next element will be appear and new ki one is calculated, and it will automatically assembled on the bigger k. This k is your global matrix, it's your complete matrix, and this k11 is your small matrix, element matrix, you can say that. And finally assembled is in K and R, and this is your imposing of the bonding condition. I tell you that in order to impose the bonding condition, you have to delete the first line and put 1, and in the last corner you put 1 also, and right hand side F1 and Fn. This is, you can see in my video I will give you, this is the right way to impose the bonding condition. Otherwise you can include the 2 more equations based on your bonding condition. Your system will become bigger, and then only you can also solve the same thing. There is many ways to impose the bonding condition. So finally you can solve this system K or R. This is backslash is the command which will give you directly the solution. Otherwise you can use inverse of K, but it is not a, it is basically a cost efficient. So rather than using inverse K, you can directly use this. It will automatically use Gauss elimination or Gauss depending upon your initial. If you are using the sparse command, it will give you a sparse algorithm. Then finally F1 is the solution is calculated. So what happened, and your output is F1. So this is the small code in which firstly you give the solution zeros. It will automatically goes here. In the second matrix, n is input, and finally F1 is calculated with all this calculation with the symbolic variable I have used in a linear function I have using, and next it will goes here. This is called here, and finally the difference is calculated. if the difference is not up to the required accuracy, so it will again goes to the this f1 is now saved in small is in on f, and then this assembly is again called 1 by n. So this is the calling of this function again and again till this type of accuracy is performed or occurred. So you can see that this is a way you can easily code your FEM for any differential equation, even the coupled differential equation. It is easy to implement the FEM code. So this is all about the solving this single non-linear differential equation using FEM. So now if you run this code, you can see that if I run this, and on the screen, if I go to the screen, you can see that it's busy, and finally you can get this type of output. So if 5 element is chosen, then this is first is the FEM result, second is the exact, because E of x is the exact solution, this is the error, and this is the graph. You can see that UX x is a x label, y label, and this is the title of the which I have given to this in the code. If I run this code again for the more elements, like 10 elements, and if I run this, you can see that this is still busy. It will take a time because it's a non-linear equation and simulation is there. You can see that this is your output. Now the error is accuracy is up to 3 decimal, and this is your output. And this is all about FEM code. And thank you very much.